should I say our day. It's race day, and today Steve will have 3 races. First out is the Senior Classic, then it is the Aprilia Junior race, and then it is the NC29 in the lightweight race. That's 10 laps, that's 373 race miles that Steve will be doing in one day. And thank you everybody for your help. So folks, as Steve is doing 3 races in one day, there is a big clash on technical inspection. So by rights, the Aprilia should be going for technical inspection at the same time as he sets off for his first race. So I've already been up this morning, spoken to the scrutineers and got special dispensation. So the fact is that we can bring the Aprilia up early, which takes the pressure off of everybody, especially the team. So here's the girls with all the gear. Thank you, Joy. Hello, sir. There's Sam. There's Julie. And there's the Drixton, of course.
Sorry. Where's your day going?
So.
So, nothing gonna make it.
There you are. The girls are going to go and get everything ready up in Parc Ferme. All the bikes are getting ready.
No, it's for a race. It's going out the classic.
So Scott is taking the Aprilia through scrutineering, and somewhere behind in the queue is Steve Higgerty with the Drixton. There's Steve with the Drixton. Everything good? Excellente. So that's the last time we need to take the Aprilia through scrutineering. Technical inspection, should I say. Thank goodness. Whew. That's 1 down, 2 to go. So that's the Drixton through scrutineering as well. Thank you, Steve Higgerty. That's the last time she will be going through scrutineering this race meeting. There's the Aprilia waiting to go out. She won't go out until later this afternoon, but as I've already said, the technical inspection time is the same time as the Drixton goes out for the race, and there's just not enough of us to be able to do and be everywhere at once. So thank you very much to all the people in technical inspection for allowing us to bring the Aprilia up early. So folks, it's now time for the little Honda NC29 to go through scrutineering. So folks, there has been yet another change to today's schedule, which means that Steve will be racing at 2:15 in the Senior Classic, at 4:15 in the Junior race, and then at 6:15 in the ultra lightweight race. That's 10 laps, 377.7 miles. We all good to go then, Mr. Higgerty?
All good to go.
Final bike through scrutineering.
She's ready to rip.
She's ready to rip.
I like this little bike actually.
Yeah. Our Erin, our little girl. You're losing your trousers, Steve.
Well, it's a good view apparently.
Well, I'm not so sure. You'll have thousands of people on YouTube watching your ass.
Oh, well, they can just get over it.
So folks, 30 minutes to race starts. Time for them to go up to Parc Ferme.
patches. Ones to be aware of is at the exit of Ginger Hall, the exit of White Gates. There are the usual damp patches from Ramsey Hairpin to Waterworks 1, and the usual damp patches from the Nook into the Governor's Dip. And just a reminder, following on from the bulletins that you've all received, if you do have to make a pit stop, it's compulsory to pit at the end of lap 1. The people that do not have to pit are single cylinder machines and 350 classics. Control out.
So Steve is on a 350, which means he does not have to pit, which means he is not going to pit because we have an extra large tank, so he will be doing 3 laps straight out. Well, that wasn't what we hoped for or wanted. So on lap 1, Steve has broken down somewhere between Glen Helen and Ballaugh, a place called Dilligaf. We've not heard from Steve, but we have been told that he has broken down, and we are just waiting to find out exactly where he is. We've sent the van out to get him. Disappointing, doesn't come close, but at least he's safe. So we've got less than an hour to get him back before we hit the next race. So watch this space, folks. This is the Manx. It's the hardest, most physical, most mentally challenging race in the world. Exhausting, the highs, the lows, and as his wife, I'm sat here busy panicking, hoping that he's okay. So folks, all I can do is sit and wait.
We're going home at morning anyway, so if you keep back here, we'll just get it in the morning. One of us will walk up from Douglas. So you're alright, pal.
Thank you guys for rescuing my husband. We have no idea where Dilligaf is, but wherever it is, thank you.
Bridge.
Right, you've got half an hour, and there's out on the next one.
Thank you, lad. No problem, pal.
If you get back there in time, I'll see you out there.
Yeah, we'll just
Yeah, we'll be in that order.
We'll bring you back. We'll come and get it in the morning.
Right, thank you.
It's alright, pal.
Thank you so much. Sorry, what's your names?
James.
James.
Charlie.
James and Charlie, thank you so much for bringing back my husband. Like I said, we've all been a bit worried. Thank you so much. Cheers, bye. Fox.
What are you putting back on this time?
Starting behind Steve. Alex and Claire will be on bike number 16. So this is the junior race. It's a 4-lap race. Steve will need to pit at the end of lap 2. So Steve Gilks is fireman, Scott Larkin is the mechanic, Steve Marty is the funky fuel man, and I'm the helmet polisher. Set off down Bray Hill. There's our pit crew over there in pit number 35, and we have the lovely Sam here helping me out, letting us know when Steve gets to Cremona. So yeah, I need to go over to that side because I'm pit crew this year.
But Chalico, there'll be a little bit of a gap to wait, and we do have machine noise as the machines come into sector, and it is number 3, Jamie Williams, and Jamie Williams is in 9th place on the entry into pit lane, and 4th out of 4, here's from Chalico now, narrow, tight approach.
So I've come out of pit lane now and I'm back on Screaming Banshee Wall. The guys are still over there. Really good pit stop. I didn't panic, feel really proud of myself. And Steve is currently in 17th position. So he's currently at Ramsey and we're just looking at the live timings, waiting for him to come into bungalow on lap 3. So the checkered flag is out, folks, and Victor Lopez is the winner. His final lap was a 1:17, which is pretty good on a twin. So as you can see, the boys are now emptying the hopper of the fuel that is left over. So Steve is now at Ramsey, are we right? Ramsey Bungalow. So Steve is now at the bungalow. He's currently in 18th position. We've just got to sit here and wait for him to come back. So the time is now, just checking to see what the time is, 5:45. So we have got 30 minutes to the start of the next race. It's all systems go. So we have just been told.
Attention paddock. We will now start the short lightweight race at 6:30. The new race start time of 6:30 for the short lightweight race. Control out.
I was just about to say that. So Steve's last race of the day is now going to take place at 6:30. That gives us another 15 minutes. So he's got enough time to take on some fluids and also have something to eat. So here comes Steve now. So Steve finished in 18th overall. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yes, 18th. Love you. So folks, it's time for the final race of the day. So Steve and Dave Glover are out in the lightweight stroke ultra lightweight race. Steve's race number is 52, his start number is 30 and his pit number is 44. It's been quite a stressful day to say the least, and I am pleased, or not pleased, but I am glad, relieved that this is the final race of the day and the final race for us anyway for the 2023 Centenary Manx Grand Prix. So let's get ready and let's get up on the start line. Thank you everyone for your support and watching our videos. Big thanks to Joy and Sam for being my screaming banshees for me. To Scott, Steve Gilbs, Steve Hickety, Neil, Sam and all the Glovers. It's been quite a week. So folks, let's get ready for the final race. So it's now time to go to the start line. Like I said, Steve will start from grid position number 30. Where is Steve? I've got his helmet and he's busy stood there gassing. There's me panicking and he takes everything in his stride. Oh well, it wouldn't pay for two people to get stressy now, would they?
The conditions around the course are pretty much perfect. There will be the usual down patches from Ramsey Hairpin up to Waterworks 1 and in the Governor's Dip. I'd also like to take this as an opportunity just to remind all teams that it is a compulsory pit stop, at the end of lap 1. Try out.
Have fun, boss. How's it going, mate? That's all, mate. Hey, have a good run on that old back, mate.
I'm done all that. Oh, that was the classic they had back there to run across the field. Then got hold of some guy on the field, so
It is what it is, and it gets you on, doesn't it? Excited.
Have a good one, Dan.
Well, go back to there, particularly.
So here we are again, folks, on the Grand Country Road for the very, very, very last time. So Steve is riding our beloved Erin. And my beautiful ladies. Last day of filming, Steve. Last day of filming. Final ever tap on the shoulder. Lovely, Mr. Mooney. This is Connor Wade. He's one of the newcomers. start of our racing. Take care, Dave. So there's Steve and Scott in the pits waiting for Steve. Steve will not refuel, he's just coming in, dabbing his foot down and going again, because we've got the 24 litre tank, and yeah, she does 7 litres a lap, does our little Erin, so we're home and dry on that. And then just a couple of pits up is Dave Glover's crew, so you can see the back of Sam and Neil there, and there's Elliot and Iona as well. And with me is the beautiful, wonderful Joy, who has looked after us and been the hostess with the mostess all week. What would I have done without you, Joy? Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. So the pit crew are ready for Steve to come in, however, he's just got to tap his foot down. So we're just sat here waiting for him to come through. Steve is currently 18th overall and 6th in the ultra lightweights. Here they come, Steve and our beautiful Erin. That's it. So, go, go, go! Go, Moody! Go, Erin! I love you! Come on, boys! That was good! There's Connor going out again. He's just coming for his fuel stop. Here comes Dave Glover in for his pit stop. So that's daughter Iona bringing him in for the stop. Go, like bees round a honey pot. So Sam, Neil and Elliot there. It's his pit crew. Has been red flagged, not because there's been an incident, but because the fog has come down over the mountain. So I assume they are calling it a one-lap race. However, a couple of the lightweight bikes have already come in. Goodness only knows. But Steve was in 15th overall and 6th in the ultra lightweight, which is bloomin' good going after the day that we've had and the fact is he's an old fat man on an old bike. But I love him and I'm proud of him. And thanks boys again for being pit crew, and Joy for looking after me. boys' corner.
And we don't know the result.
Do you know what's going on, do we?
I don't know if they
Don't know what's going on.
terminated before
No, it's just been called in here.
Naughty boys' corner.
You want to get the stand?
Yeah, I'll go and get the stand. Okay, let's go and see what.
Daddy boy!
Was that okay, Dan?
You're right.
You were flying, babes.
A bit of a shame we don't get lap times, but
Um,
hey-ho. We've made
you
it
did
back.
brill. You did brill. And you've still got Monday to go.
Yeah.
Right, let's go and get his stand, and we do have a little present for him, if nothing else. So the top 6 riders have been pulled to one side, and the bikes all have to be weighed. They're going to weigh him and the rider. Well, it might be a case of get off the scales. It's all over. Bit of an anticlimax, eh?
Yeah, it's this was going like really well, to be honest. Was it second lap we stopped? But it was, yeah, it was just like pea soup over the mountain. You couldn't see where you were going, so it was dangerous to carry on. So they did the right thing by calling it. But I believe I was 6.
Yeah, when the red flag went out, you were either 14th or 15th overall, and you and another rider were between 5th and 6th. 1 minute he was 5th, next minute you were 5th. So just have to wait and see what they decide to call it on the race.
Yeah, so they've called us. I think they've called the top 6 anyway. We're in here, so we got to be weighed, measured, make sure everything's legal, which we know we are anyway. So that's not an issue. But yeah, it's been an eventful day, to say the least. We got in the first race, the classic. Set off. That was really good. Set off, I caught the guy who started in front, who qualified in front. So I caught him, passed him. I'd actually caught the next one along, I could see him. And then just before Dilligaf, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it went down to 1 cylinder. I think we just popped a plug out of it. So yeah, I just had to pull over and retire. But then obviously I'm out in the middle of nowhere, had to get back to the paddock to do the junior race. So I ended up climbing, the marshal let me climb over his scaffold tower down into a field, so I had to run across 2 fields, a couple of hedges I had to climb through, bramble bushes, I was cutting in blood, trying to get through them, through a stream. Ended up getting to Dilligaf, where there's a load of people spectating. Stopped and said, well look, can anyone help? Anyone know how to get back to the paddock from here? I'm out in the next race. And there were a couple of fantastic enduro guys doing their enduro bikes here. So initially they were just going to put me on the back of one of those, take me back, but then worked out we couldn't get back on the road. So it was a lot of off-roading I had to do, and there was no way I was going to be able to take me on the back on these lanes. So one of them, good as gold, never met the fella in my life, and he said, yeah, take my bike. So I jumped on his KTM 300 and followed the other 2 back, and we were just hooning across these these green lanes to get back. And I nearly went over the handlebars at one point, and it's a bit difficult doing green laning in full levers, but yeah, I was covered, still ain't cleaned all the crap off going.
I'll do that tomorrow, dear, but I can say that it was pretty fraught for us here in the paddock, because we didn't know where you were, what had happened. You just disappeared off the timing screens, and not even the retirement office knew where you were. So yeah.
So then managed to get back quick, sort of, what was it, half an hour? I think I had 20 minutes to recover. I was absolutely blowing out my backside after all that. And yeah, I think it would have been a lot less physically demanding if I'd have just done the 3 laps and come back in. But so yeah, went out in the junior race again. I just wanted to finish. So I think I finished.
Official results show that you finished 19th. Yeah, you finished 19th overall, and you got a bronze replica.
Okay, so yeah, that was that, and then obviously coming off the junior and then straight out on this. So it was a little bit frustrating if it be red flagged, but it's for safety. So got to be honest, that's it. I don't know if anyone had sort of said or we've announced before, but this is my last Manx GP, retiring from the ranks now. And I've got to say, it's quite emotional, to be fair. We've, myself and Elaine, we've put a lot of effort, a lot of time, money, sacrifices. We've done an awful lot just to make it here. We've done 10 years at it. It's a centenary. I think it's the right time to bow out and
do other things, like get a pony and a fainting goat and a digger.
Honest, I am going to miss it. I'm really going to miss it.
Well, we'll have to talk for next year, won't we? Because I can't have you being sad now, can I?
But yeah, huge thanks. Yeah, I think we're going to do another video anyway, and to thank everybody. But honestly, the whole.
Well, according to Steve Higgerty, I'm not allowed to do another video, but yes, we will do one more video, and we've got a little surprise for you and Dave back at the paddock in a minute as well. So I'm really proud of you, Steve, and I love you lots, and I'm going to get all emotional now. So let's wait, and we'll show everybody the little surprise we've got for you in a little while. But we've got our own presentation.
You're not even half. You're not even half. I know you had some moments. Did I have some moments?
I know neither of you got to stand on the top step of the podium, but in our hearts you will always be on the top step of the podium. So we have a little surprise for you both. Come on, okay? So, go on.
Look at these. He's a bit of a shrinking guy, like that.
There you are. So presented to you both is a bouquet of Jaffa cakes. A bucket of Jaffa cakes. Well done today. Eat them all at once and make yourself sick.
You want a race? You want a race?
Speech! Speak!
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for all your help. Sure, well, you'll agree we can't do it on our own.
Exactly, yeah.
And yeah, it's just really nice to have great friends. The racing is just a little bit of it, really, isn't it? So it's yeah, you get all stressed and everything out, but having you guys here, it just makes it all worthwhile and doable. So,
Thanks ever so much,
get all much.
everybody.
Hey.